Hey everybody, this is your girl Marishon, and this is the Soul-Centric channel. I have another channel called Marishon. I have another channel named Marishon, and I would like for you all to check it out because I be putting in their work over there, and the content that I'm making now, I wanted to inspire people and feel motivated by. And on this channel, you'll see more just behind the scenes on who I am and different things that I've learned through life and all things of the sort. So I'm out in nature and I ain't want to waste no more time like, oh, I'll make a video when I get this, or I'll make a video when my hair look like that, or I'll make a video like I just I don't even want to waste no more time. So so back in 2019, I was working at a grocery store, and I only worked there for like maybe a month or less. It was something like that. And I was, it was just a gig that came through. And what happened was, which is what happened at a lot of other jobs, which happened at a lot of other jobs I worked at, is that why I feel like I'm the only one putting in all this hard work and ain't nobody else is, yet it seemed like I'm the underdog here. Like, ain't nobody really messing with me like that. Not that I care. Like, ain't nobody messing with me like that. And people try to get over on you when they think, she's so nice. She'll do this, she'll do that. But I ain't even gonna talk about all that. But I was working at this grocery store, and it was two cashiers that day, me and this other girl. And the other girl, she was always running off into the guys that work their faces. You know how they go. Always trying to get some male attention and all this and that. So I'm here ringing up everybody, not getting no help. So I just got fed up. This lady, I told the lady, you can go to the other cashier. She wasn't even at her station, but I was like, you can go to her, because I'm like, I'm finna take a break or whatever. But the woman didn't hear me, and it was something else that happened that I wasn't pleased with. So I just reached my breaking point. And the woman, I told her for to go to the other line, but I guess she didn't hear me. But I just walked out because I don't care. I just walked out. And my brother-in-law, he was the manager there. He told me that I guess the woman told the owner, that happened and she needs to be fired. You know how white people be. Well, you know how those Karens be. So my brother-in-law, he told me that the dude wanted me to come back in and work another day. He wanted me to come in to work, but they planned on letting me go after I got done working. And I had a run-in with the owner too. And I didn't do what he wanted me to right then in that moment. And then this turned into I'm your boss. You have to do what I do. I'm your boss. I'm your boss. And I'm looking at this man like, you're not my boss. Like, don't. Mind you, all I'm making at this place is $7.25. I think that was the lowest I've made in a minute. Because I'm from the South. That's all minimum wage is down here, $7.25. But oh no, that ain't the story. Maybe I'll talk about that story another day. But well, it ain't really too much with that place. But that's how I got. That's how I left that place. The dude said like, "Oh, I'm your boss," and I'm like, "No, you're not. Like, don't nobody take control or ownership of this life right here. Nobody does." But I said all that to say this. I started working at this welcome center as a tourism counselor from 2019 to 2022. And at the job was pretty laid back. It was cool. I was making $8.88 an hour, ironically, $8.88. And it wasn't a hard job, but I still wasn't satisfied. Because it's like, this is just how I looked at it. I'm working with all these other people. And I always just felt like the job was more so a retirement job. Because it's just something like when once you retire, okay, I can go do that for to make some more change. That ain't the job for a young person who trying to venture out in life. That ain't the job for a young person like me. And the coworkers, most all of them was older. Really, I was always the youngest one, and I'm 24 by the way. And I had this coworker she would always talk to me about how you should, try to do other things because you don't want this to be your only thing, and that was never my intention. Like, working there has been a great help to me, but throughout that time, in January this year, I just decided that I was done with that. Like, I can't continue because all we mainly did, I was a tourism counselor, so all we mainly did when travelers come in, if they need a map, oh, I got you. Like, or they need information, where should I eat at around here? Or we're finna go to this place. Like, what do they got to do there? And it's like, it was cool and all, but it's just not me. It ain't me. But to just be sitting at a job on my ass all day. Then it's like, I was being used a lot because I was the worker of, if this person can't come through, that person can't come through. I know I could call a Marianne for her to come through. And they even told me that one time. And then one of my coworkers told me that a situation happened to where I was gonna they didn't want me to come in for a few months because I started getting my schedule mixed up. The supervisor that I ended off with, that wasn't the original supervisor who hired me, but the new supervisor, she would always change up the schedule. So I used to get it mixed up or whatever. And it was days that it was maybe once or twice I went, maybe once I went and I wasn't even on schedule. And then it was a few times that I was supposed to go and I didn't go. But like I said, the schedule always changed. But she called herself trying to put me on probation for that, saying, what happened was my coworker told me she was gonna lay me off for a few months. And it's laughable because to even think that you was gonna lay me off for a few months, to think that I was gonna come back after that is very laughable. But all in all, COVID happened. So due to that, a lot of the coworkers who I started with there and then end off after COVID started to calm down or whatever. I mean, it wasn't really calm down, but they wanted us back at work. We did close down for a few months, but eventually we had to go back. And I was like, why we gotta be here? And COVID on the rise. And it's like we're dealing with travelers and stuff. So it's people coming from everywhere. I'm in Louisiana. It's people always coming in from Florida, people coming in from California, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. It's a lot of people coming in here, Texas, everywhere. And COVID is at its peak. Yet they want us in here for the handout maps. So so a lot of the people I started with, they didn't end up there. They didn't end off there. So by being less people, they still needed people to work. So, let me call her Marianne because I know she's gonna come. I know she's gonna come through. She ain't gonna let me down. But it's like it's so much I could say, but I don't want to make this too long. But this is why I quit this job. It's like I'm not fulfilled. I want to work on my own things, but when I'm at home, I don't feel up to it because I've been at work all day. So it was January, maybe it was January 16th. I'm on my way to work like usual. And, but this particular morning, it's like I've been saying to myself, I'm gonna quit this place. Like it's been building up a long time, but I didn't know that this particular morning was gonna be it. I really didn't. What happened was I'm going to work. I worked on the interstate, so you have to exit, and that's the thing too. I always gotta drive here, like. I don't want to be here as is. And it's like I got to put this gas in my car just to even get out here. There been times that it'd be a lot of 18-wheelers and stuff out there because it's a travel center. It's been times truck almost hit my ass and every fucking thing. Like, the place not worth it. So, especially not for no 88 hour. But eventually, my money went up to $10.65. They didn't even know that. Like, it wasn't really supposed to go like that, but God just blessed me. Because what happened was, they wanted you to work a certain period of time before you got a raise or whatever. But something happened to where, it's funny because I was working with this white lady, and she was a very negative, like, this is one of the most negative people I ever met. Any person come in, she talking about them, and she looked just how she act. Very negative, low vibrational, and miserable. And I know she was miserable because that's all she would talk about is how she has to take care of all these other people, how she done got a divorce, and all this and that. I remember one time she even told me for to never get married just because she was having problems in her marriage. Like, just because you having problems in your marriage don't mean I'll have problems in mine. Like, don't ever tell nobody, don't ever get married, don't ever have kids. So it's cool for you to do it, but I can't. I don't think she got kids though. She don't got kids, but still, don't tell nobody that. I remember it was once this instance that I heard her tell my other co-workers, oh, she needs to get fired. Talking about me. This is like the first year I was there. But I lasted way longer than I knew a lot of them expected to, because I always knew how to get by. But it's funny, she was working there way longer than me, yet I got the raise before she even did, because both of us was making $888, but I got a raise and she didn't. I think she got her raise in January because they wanted to, I guess, round it off to whenever you got there. I had got there in July 2019. So I really wasn't supposed to get a raise till July 2022. But I had got a raise July 2021, I believe. Because like I said, God just blessed me like that. But I quit this place because I went there that morning. It already was a stumbling block because you couldn't drive straight in like you normally do. I'm going to put a picture up, but the exit was blocked off. And the exit been blocked off before. And it's just always just too much you have to go through out there. The exit was blocked off before, but this particular morning, I just said, I ain't even finna really try to get up in here because my supervisor was in front of me at the exit. I was like, I'm gonna just sit here and wait. And then it's funny, by the time the dudes came and moved the barricades, my other co-workers was in there laughing, talking about, how come y'all just didn't move the barricade and all this and that. And I'm in my mind like, I ain't doing nobody's job but mine. Because it's like I already don't want to be here, period. But all this going through my mind, and then it's like, get into place, the power not working. It was cold that morning. It was very cold. It was in January. It was cold. wasn't no electricity. I don't even know if the water was on. But all my coworkers huddled around the decks laughing, like the higher ups. They even got a little paper in the back. I don't want to bring these people's name up, but it's like all my coworkers are up in here laughing and giggling, talking about, oh, they're not gonna let us go home. Cause they always have to ask for permission or whatever. Because like I said, the power was out. I don't think it was water. It was very cold that morning. Ain't no heat going, nothing. So the conditions are like it is. Yet the conditions are pretty bad right now. Yet we still gotta let somebody else determine whether we go home or not. That don't sound good to me. And of course they want us to stay. It's been plenty of times stuff like that happen, yet they still want us to be out there. And because of course make money for them. But this particular morning, I couldn't take it no more. Everybody up here laughing and shit like shit funny. And it's not. That's not cool to me. Really, like I said, the conditions was bad. You put your life in somebody else's hands, somebody who don't give a fuck about you. Hardly making anything. You gotta drive out here. A lot of your money go towards gas to even get out here. We risking our lives with this COVID stuff because, like I say, we dealing with all these different travelers and stuff. And it's sad that the guys that even worked on the outside was making less than us, $7.25. They was making $7.25, and they cleaning these nasty bathrooms and all this and that, dumping all this trash and stuff. But while all them laughing and hee and ha ha, I remember I was just sitting at my little cubicle, cause all of us sat on side each other. I ain't never like that, but I'm just like, I'm looking shaking like, nah, this the day. Like, I went to the back, I cleared my locker, I took my name off the locker, I got my stuff, and I walked out of there in front of everybody. Because I said, I can't do this no more. Because I already wasted 2 years of my life working here, just sitting down all day. I can't push for 3. I can't do it. So I can't push for 3. And the moment I walked out the door, I seen myself walking on faith, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I had this awakening. God woke me up. A lot of situations happened to where that led me to that point. I couldn't take it no more. Then it's like you have to believe in yourself, because it's like I'm not even finding time to invest in my dreams myself. I'm working for this guy who I never even seen. He not here, but I am. I just couldn't do it no more. I really felt like I was being called to quit. Even when I looked down at my phone, I was in the back debating. Am I finna quit? Should I quit? Then I looked down at my phone. It was 9/21. 9/21 is my birthday. And in that moment, it was just confirmation for me to believe in myself, remember who I am. And I dipped. I dipped the fuck out there. I ain't even explained nothing to nobody. I ain't talked to them people since that day. And even that day, all I probably said to them was good morning. Nobody reached out to me to see what's going on. Say, These people not my friends. I never really even talked to my coworkers like that. We might have chatted here and there, but you gotta look out for what's best for you at the end of the day. Like I say, I had this coworker, she was working all these jobs trying to sustain. She probably was in her mid 50s. I had this other coworker. Like I said, she just seemed like she was miserable all around. I'm not trying to live my life like that. Let's say this big world out there, and how can you see it and explore it if you're dedicating your life to working for chump change at that? So ever since then, I'm betting on myself, investing in myself, and this is the happiest I've been in my life. And I've been, I've been, once you let go of all the stress and the burdens, like, I've been just seeing it change. Like, this is the first time in my life that I've been losing weight and actually keeping it off. This is the first time in my life that I just felt happy, like, and I'm gonna go into that even more, but I don't want to make this too long. And that was why I quit my 9-to-5 job. I couldn't waste my time anymore, because like I said, I already wasted 2 years. And it's like, yeah, you could work a job and still have that grind for the get off and put it all into you, but it's like, for me, I wasn't like that. I was tired, and like I said, all I was doing was sitting there, but I was tired from just sitting there. I'm not utilizing my body enough, just sitting on my butt all day, handing out maps, having to speak to any and everybody who come through the door, whether they got an attitude or not. Good morning, good morning. The bathroom's around the corner. Like, I ain't said that in months, but and in the future, I'll talk about my other jobs, because I have had other jobs. That was the most I ever made, was 1065, I think it was. That was the most I ever made. It still didn't end up to be much because I was part-time. So even as a part-timer, like I say, it was times that I had worked more than the days that I was scheduled, because I would always be filling in for other people. People wouldn't even mess with me like that. Do you think you could work this day? And I worked that day to help them. All we got was a 30-minute lunch break, and then, like I said, we're on the interstate, so it ain't really nothing else around here. So I can't really go get lunch, because I got to drive down to the exit and turn around. It was just a lot. It wasn't worth it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm going to talk about some of my other jobs in future videos, and I got a lot of other things on the way. Be sure to check out my main channel, my entertainment channel, for the feel motivation, inspired, entertainment, nostalgia, all that, because it's going down over there. Check out my mom's channel for to hear poetry on different pop culture moments, because she has her own concept going on. So be sure to go check her out, show us some love, subscribe, like, comment, all that. It's only up for here, and I just want to leave this with y'all. Like, you don't have to, you're not on this earth for to be dedicating your life to waking up early, getting dressed, washing off, all that type of stuff, for to go work all these hours, don't get a break, be treated like shit, don't never get no benefits, no bonuses or nothing. Not, no. You really think you're on earth for that? Let's say if you working these jobs, all power to you, but don't ever forget to put yourself first, and still put that towards trying to do better. Like, don't think that that's something that you have to do your whole life if that ain't nothing that you want to do. Because there's so much opportunity out there. You just gotta believe. And if you could dream it, you can achieve it. If you could see it, believe it. If you can see it in your mind, believe it. A lot of times people don't believe what they can't see. But if you can see it in your mind, believe it. Because you're capable of anything. And yeah. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.